Oh baby, we've got an interesting one here tonight, my friends. So look at that weather in the Northeast. What's going on, everyone? Good to see each and every one of you. Let me get this music turned down here, a little bit too loud for my liking. Oh man, 10 of you guys already in here. What is going on? Oliver, I see you there. First one in the channel. Appreciate the kind words, my friend. Thank you so much. Dave Boogie, what's going on, man? We're gonna boogie TV Nubia. Good to see you, my man. Eating strawberry with sprinkles on the Pop-Tarts. I see you out there. Mick Knight, always a pleasure, my friend. Good to see you. What's going on? Charlie Roper in the house. Yo, what's up, good people? Good to see you guys, man. Oh, what a Monday. What a Monday. We're here now, man. We're gonna get some flying in and some interesting weather nonetheless. So it should be fun. Charlie says what really gets me is when you can sleep in and wake up super early. By the time it's go to work, you can sleep in. I know, man. I was just talking about that with some colleagues today as well. I hear you on that one. Mrs. Spur, good to see you. This new thumbnail is sharp. Thank you. We've been doing a couple of different things with the channel. We'll see. We're experimenting, but we will see. Thank you for the kind words. Geo in the house. Good to see you, Geo. Who else we got here? Josie. Hello, Josie. Good to see you. Who else? Mr. Spur said if I like a song I heard in another stream, how do I figure out what's wrong? Is it Shazam is no help? Shazam should work. But I don't know, it depends on the song as well. James in the house. James, good to see you, my man. Welcome as usual to the stream here. Mama Shark, get the camera out. This weather is nasty. You know what? It isn't too bad. I've been watching it all day on and off while I've been working, man. And around the New York area, it's starting to clear up a little bit. The snow has stopped, so it's not terrible. And going into Baltimore is not as bad as I thought it was going to be either. So we'll see, Gio, but get the camera out nonetheless, man. Get the camera out nonetheless. Greg's in the house. Greg, good to see you, my man. Welcome. What else, man? I don't want to miss it. Charlie, you crashed the Mad Dog going in EWR. Yeah, the weather has been nasty on the East Coast all day. Like I said, I think we're getting some reprieve here. Like, you really trying to fly in this storm? The Disciple says. Disciple, you can let me know. Is it still snowing out there? The sim doesn't have it, man. The sim, I guess, unless ActiveSky is not accurate, there's nothing really here. And we've got weather, you know, a little bit of fog and whatnot, but other than that, we're okay. ActiveSky is reporting. ActiveSky is reporting foggy. I tell you where we're gonna have the issue is those freaking winds, man. That crosswind out of runway 6 is going to be interesting. So that looks like we're gonna have like a 25 knot headwind or 26 knot headwind with like a 15 knot crosswind out of runway 6. That's where things are gonna get interesting and dicey. But weather-wise, we seem to be okay from a visibility standpoint. What else we got in here, man? Stalker in the house. Stalker tuning in from the road, man. Hope you're staying safe out there on your conference. What else is here? All right, man. I think I caught up with each and every one of you. Guys, welcome to the stream. Welcome to another Micslmn stream. Quick one today. Depends on how well the weather cooperates for us. But generally speaking, it should be a quick one. I've tried something a little bit different today. We've actually gone ahead and set up the aircraft just a little bit, get things going, get ahead of things a little bit. So that's what we did. We've got our fuel, all that's good stuff. You hear the people back there cleaning. We can actually stop the services here and start the flight leg. So I did get ahead of things just a little bit in the interest of time and really thinking about planning out this flight because as you all know, it is kind of egregious out there. So let's kind of push this time back just a little bit too dark right now. That should work. We're going into Baltimore. Little story behind this. Islip MacArthur is located on eastern Long Island in Ronkonkoma, New York. So again, those of you know I grew up in New York, born and raised, obviously before moving out here to California 4 years ago. But this is actually where I started my flight training. Heritage Flight Academy, right out of Islip MacArthur. Here on the other side would be the little shop and whatnot, and where we park up the GA planes. There you go. So I started with Heritage. My first introductory flight was with Heritage out here of Islip, MacArthur. So I went to school not too far from here as well, Stony Brook University. So very well familiar with where we are today. Islip, MacArthur is home to obviously Southwest, Frontier. Delta used to fly here a long time ago, but mostly a Frontier and Southwest operation. So I thought it'd be cool to do a quick flight down to Baltimore. So that's what we're gonna do today. Again, I'm talking a little bit more than usual before we getting started here, but again, a lot of the work has already been done, and I kind of just like giving a background about, you know, the purpose of the flight today and what we're planning on doing. Mahan Air in the chat. Mahan, man, it was great looking at your stream today for the first time. Those of you that do not know, Mahan is over on Twitch. And I guess a couple of other people are starting to migrate, not migrate, but dual stream to Twitch as well. I know Chief is getting that set up. And I could see why, man. Twitch is really way ahead of its time in terms of, or maybe it's more like YouTube is behind the times, but certainly a lot better from an interactive standpoint and a seamless stream as it relates to different features and whatnot. That platform is awesome. Mahan, great stream today, man. Great work going into Toliss there. Heck of a job, my friend. Welcome to the stream. All right, so we've got our flight plan in, all that good stuff. We're online with VATSIM. I think only New York Center and Boston Center is online, so we'll have to call them up for the clearance. Let's finish up some of this. We're gonna need to toga out of here, man. So we'll do full takeoff thrust, full climb power there. Actually, we'll go climb 1. It'll be a flaps 5 departure. Again, we're going to brief all of this up here in a minute. So 4.50 on the trim. That looks good. The winds, like I said, pretty spicy out here, my friends. 030 at 25. I think we are like, I don't know, Stalker, you would know, but we are like just pushing the limits of this aircraft from a real world standpoint. That crosswind component is just pushing the limit there, so we got to keep that in mind. Anyway, we're sending it. It's the sim. We're gonna send it anyway. What else? It was a pleasure to have you guys. Hope to see you all there again. So, oh yeah, man, we'll be back for sure. Fly guy in the house. MacArthur is my super local airport, even closer to JFK and LaGuardia. Really cool that flying from there. Fly guy, man. Yeah, I saw you wrote that earlier. Again, we're from New York as well, so well familiar with Islip, MacArthur. I actually lived, I don't know where you are, Fly Guy, but I used to live right off of Portions, so I was about 10 minutes from this airport, and I went to Stony Brook University, which is like 15 minutes from this airport. So, oh yeah, we know, man. Glad that we're able to showcase the local airport. 140 on the V speeds. Get the flight directors on here. We'll take data on the auto throttle. 40. That looks good. That looks good. Flight directors on here. What's the runway 6059 on the heading? We'll get that dialed in here. This initial climb is usually something low like 3,000, but we'll verify with ATC. In case we need to come back to the airport, let's get the MCP up here set up as well. So 059. 059. I'll catch up to the chat here in a minute, guys. Want to get this underway here. Let's go. VNAV, LNAV already. I like it. Data on that side. Let's get the APU started and the fuel pumps off. Demo expired, I know. And there we go. Fuel pumps coming on. That's on. APU coming on. Yaw damper looks good. We're going up to 280 already. Pressurization panel is set. Landing altitude at Baltimore about 150 or so. That's already set. HD in the house, man. Checking in with the like. I appreciate you, HD. Great stream today. Checked it out as well in between work, man. I love popping in and out of you guys' stream while I'm working, man. It gives us something to do in between. So that was pretty awesome seeing you guys stream today. Well done, HD and Mahan, man. I've been looking at reviving my channel over there as well. Yeah, Stalker's been on Twitch. I know he's looking at that. Oh, I thought the snow had stopped. I guess not. Oh, it started again, my friends. It started again. We can get rid of these guys here. Boarding and all that stuff is already done. Drive away. Let's get the ground services. Let's get the doors. We'll get most of the doors. They're still boarding up front from a personnel standpoint, but the baggage and all that stuff is on. That looks good. I remember seeing, don't they have de-icing? Oh yeah, that's cool right there. I've never used it. What does that look like? Oh, that's pretty neat. I don't think Xplane simulates any visual icing that I know of, but that is neat nevertheless. So we'll let those guys do their thing out there. I know, Mrs. Spur, I spoke way too soon about the snow. Fly with the Rocky simulation. Welcome, good to see you. We were close, not even knowing it. Born and raised in Canarsie. Wow, moved to Dix Hills and stayed there a few years before moving to SoCal. Bro, that is wild. So, born in Brooklyn, New York, raised in Jamaica, Queens. After high school, I went to Hillcrest. If you're familiar with Canarsie, you probably know Hillcrest. Moved out to Long Island. Went to Stony Brook, and then after graduating, I got a job, man, and ended up traveling, and then eventually moving out here to SoCal. Crazy similar story, Fly with the Rocky simulation. That's awesome, man. I love meeting you guys here with similar backgrounds and stories. The closest airport to me is Farmingdale, really close to Islip. Okay, I know. Yep. I know exactly where that is. New York gang, for real, Fly Guy, for real. Alright guys, so we're getting the de-icing underway. Let me call up ATC, see if we can do something about our clearance. Hopefully he'll let us out of here with these winds. 2532.
American 12 heading 08010,000.
American 12, New York Center, hello, proceed direct Marriott, coming in 17,000.
There's another controller on, 12812. Let's see if we can't get that from him.
The New York Center, can you confirm the VOF and appropriate 3 Seattle? Airport 1466, cross VTOL at or above 2,000.
At or above 2,000 at Zibo, 1466.
Rock City, big up yourself, man. Welcome. Good to see you. Greg Hill says, you guys making me miss annual journey to New York with Sam Fly Guy. I miss home, man. I do miss it. I was supposed to go back a couple of times last year, but COVID kind of threw that out the window. So hopefully once I start traveling again, I will get to go back home and visit friends and family. But I do miss it. SoCal ain't bad though, man. New York, good evening. Southwest 3553 on the ground here at Islip, MacArthur. Are you issuing IFR clearances here?
Southwest 3553, A firm.
Cool. On the ground with the weather. Looking for IFR to Baltimore as follows, please.
Southwest 3553, according to Baltimore via correction, radar vector deeds then as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 280, 10 minutes after departure. Departure this frequency squawk 1537.
Alright, so we'll nix the SID. We're cleared to Baltimore, vectors to deeds, then it's filed. Maintain 5,000 on the initial climb. Expect 28010 after departures with you, squawk 1537.
Southwest 3553, there's actually no SID, read back correct. You can call for taxi. Fortunately, I don't have any data for Islip because the VATSIM servers are acting up.
No worries, we've got the weather here. Based on the winds, I think I'm looking at runway 6.
So it's 3553, call for taxi, you can expect runway 6.
We'll call for taxi, we'll expect 6, Southwest 3553, thank you. Alright guys, that's our clearance.
291, contact Kennedy Tower, 119.1.
Albert Smith, what's going on? Good to see you. No way there's a place called Cucamonga.
It's 1466, you're 40 miles from
Cucamonga. Yes, there is a place in Rancho. It's called Rancho Cucamonga. I thought you were talking about Ronkonkoma. I've lived in some really interesting places. Fire Rocky says, wow, that's crazy. What part of Cal? I'm in West Covina, bud. We're in Rancho, so we're both east of the city. I know exactly where you are. I've been looking at Rancho. It's really, really nice. Drew Stone in the house. Did I hear correct? Islip is where you're heading. Islip is where we are, Drew Stone. And then we are going to head out to Baltimore. So departing Islip to Baltimore with some crazy crosswinds. Gonna give us a workout for sure. But yeah, that's the plan. We've just got our ATC clearances. Boarding is finishing up. I think the de-icing folks are done. They are. And then we've got our clearance for pushback. So we'll go ahead. And now that de-icing is actually done, we can get the bleed on and get the packs on. Seatbelt sounds look good. It's ground services. Tucson, are you familiar with Islip as well? You from New York? Better pushback and pre-plan that. That's an interesting taxiway there. Yeah, we're just gonna go right back here. Yeah, should do the trick.
Grounded cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Earlier and tried out his new rudder pedals. Oh, we got rudder pedals too? That's awesome. Mr. Spur getting all the hardware. That is awesome. It's really going to make that experience a lot easier. Awesome. You guys, man, I appreciate you hanging out tonight. Spicy weather getting out of here. From Long Island, Islip, MacArthur down to Baltimore. But we're going to do it nevertheless and hope for the best.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit. We push back again here in just a couple of minutes. Maybe a few minutes early.
And it's radar vectors to beads, I guess. It's a vector departure. Technically, it is a SID. It's called the Long Island 7, but it's all vectors. So that's fine. He'll give us a heading on departure. We'll fly the heading and then vectors to beads. It's interesting, this departure, if we can brief it up real quick before we head on out of here. Go over the charts. So again, it's a really short route, but because of all of the traffic across the Cross Bravos in the close proximity of the New York airspace, right, with LaGuardia, Kennedy, Newark, they kind of take you northeast before you actually turn on course to come back down south to Baltimore. So that's kind of what generally extends this flight a little bit longer than it needs to be if we were going direct. But again, if you were going direct, you would have a ton of traffic conflict. So we'll head north. We'll get on with, I think, Boston. And then Boston will send us back. Actually, we'll head northeast. Then I think it's New York Center. New York Center to Boston. And then Boston sends us back to New York Center. Something funky like that. I can't remember all of it off the top of my head, but it's interesting nonetheless. Like I said, we've got an interesting crosswind component. We have to be cognizant of that during departure. We've got a 030 at 26, gusting to 33, pretty nasty stuff. Other than that, overcast at 900, although for some reason ActiveSky isn't depicting the minimums that low. I'm sorry, the ceilings that low. Into Baltimore, we're looking at winds out of the north, 310 at 6, so we're playing 33 left, overcast at 50. And then we've got 2968. See if we can't get any RVR information going into Baltimore. I don't see anything there though. If for whatever reason we can't go into Baltimore, I downloaded Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh will be our alternate today. The freeware, by the way. We'll head over to Pittsburgh. We'll try. Obviously, we'll go mist. If we need to go mist, we'll try again for the landing. And if we can't make it, we will just go to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh weather looks great. For the most part, that's all we need to be concerned about. Again, pretty nasty weather up and down the coast. We'll push back here, call for taxi to runway 6, and get rocking and rolling. That's the plan today, guys. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. You guys talking about pork chops? I haven't eaten dinner yet. You guys making me hungry. Let's see. Let's call for pushback already here. Let's go here. Go ground services. Better pushback. Request pushback.
Thank you. Just give us a few seconds.
Anti-collision light on. Cabin is nice and warm. Everything else looks good here.
1466, contact Kennedy Tower 119.1.
Kennedy Tower 119.1
Looks good.
1466.
She should be by shortly to close the door. There you go. Lock that. That looks good. We'll squawk mode. Charlie, alter. Yes, that looks good. Captain Shack in the house, my man. What is up? What is up with you, my friend? Good to see you again. Hope all is well. You had a great Monday. Started the week off well. Rock City says that is what I flew this evening, Pittsburgh to Baltimore. Oh, interesting.
Steering being inserted.
And I had oxtail and peas and rice. That was good. Ooh. I could go for some oxtail and rice and peas right now. That's another thing about being over here in LA. The Jamaican food just isn't as prominent as it is back home in New York. That's for sure. You've got your places here and there, but they're like way out of the way. So whenever we want Jamaican food, we've got to drive like 25, 30 miles. Definitely missed that. I do need to step through the flight plan. We didn't double check, make sure we got all that there. And then he did clear us to 5,000 on the initial climb. Let's go plan. Step through this here real quick. So we're out of Islip, runway 6.
So you may now release parking brakes.
Vectors to beads, parking brakes released. Then we'll continue here right into Baltimore. So that looks good. I like it. Now we get these engines fired up. We're off the block here. We'll start the en route time on the FL side. And we will get packs off. Let's get number 1 fired up. Number 2, I should say. We're in a Boeing. Salmon, where do you live? Oliver, I am in West Covina, California, LA. Who else did I miss here? Appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Happy Monday. Hope you guys had a great start to the week. Those of you on the northeast there, hope you're staying nice and dry and warm. Obviously safe. 15 likes on the evening. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let's get rocking. Again, we got some snow here and whatnot. I'm less concerned around, you know, kind of the visibility and the conditions of the runway. Obviously, we're taking that into account. That crosswind is something fierce. Again, winds are 030 at 25, gusting at 34. We're departing runway 6. So again, if my calculations are correct, that's like a 15 knot crosswind and like a 26 knot headwind. So things are gonna get spicy. Let's get number 1 fired up. Oh, yesterday I did post a new video on the channel, kind of giving a wide overview of the hardware and some of the things that I'm running here in the flight deck, quote unquote flight deck. There were lots of questions about that, and then in particular the Butt Kicker Gamer 2. The first Butt Kicker video I had recently, again, I guess it's all because of like the launch of FS 2020 and lots of folks getting into flight sim. I had a flurry of questions over the last couple of months regarding the Butt Kicker Gamer 2 and if it still works and how is it and whatnot. So we did do an update video, so if you haven't seen it already, go check it out. Chief in the house. What's going on, Chief? Good to see you, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Was just talking about Mahan's Twitch adventures. Looking forward to seeing your debut tomorrow as well. Should be interesting, man. That's 2 good starts, it looks like. You can disconnect, my friend. Let's go over to Gen's on. APU can go. Get the pro window heats. Get the hydraulics. Backs back on. Isolation valve auto. APU bleed coming off.
Okay, thank you very much. So just hold position and wait for my hand signal.
You got it, my man.
Thanks a lot.
Engine mode selectors are on continuous. We will go RTO on the auto brakes. Flaps 5. Recall looks good. Cockpit video was amazing. Thank you, Oliver. Appreciate it. Again, just a little, you know, quick overview of kind of what we got going on here setup wise. Flight controls are free and clear. That looks good. Oh yeah, man, we're ready to rock and roll here. What else? I think we're good. Altimeters look good. All ready to have a graph. Our man's still on. Yes, he is. In Southwest 3553 with the weather. Islip ready to taxi runway 06.
Southwest 3553, you can taxi runway 6, report ready for takeoff.
Taxi runway 6 will report ready for takeoff. Southwest 3553. Alright. Over to 6, taxi light coming on. Oh man, this is going to be an interesting departure. Interesting departure. Weather radar coming on. Terrain on that side. METAR is dang ugly. ActiveSky ain't doing the real world conditions justice. Yeah, I know. It's this is where folks are gonna tell me X Enviro. Yeah, it's not doing it justice at all. If we had scenery for this, I probably would have done it in FS 2020. That would have really captured the conditions. But we've got no Boeing or scenery in FS 2020, and my frame's already tanking. It's probably due to SkyMazz. So hopefully we don't get disconnected from VATSIM here on departure. This is Vertical's Islip, by the way. I know he plans on converting it for FS 2020, so hopefully we get that soon. Or whenever he's ready, doesn't matter, but hopefully we get it nevertheless. The Islip is not, like many of the default airports, not done really well in FS 2020. Yeah, even Mahan's trip would have been a bit more interesting with X Enviro for sure. Yeah, Mahan was. Mahan? What are you running? That would have been spicy, man. X Enviro definitely does it justice. Spur says, just spent the last 10 minutes back in my truck, 53-foot flatbed into the worst dang pickup location ever. Spur, good to see you. Yes, Mrs. Spur, let us know that that's what you were up to. I feel like I need a smoke break even though I don't smoke. Oh man. So head down runway 6 again, 15 knot crosswind, and about a 26 knot headwind. We want to utilize the rudders to keep us centered on the runway, and then aileron deflection. Not much. Too much will cause.
American 442 with you, descending out of 14,500 for 11,000 Cameron, crossing altitude restriction.
American 442, New York approach. Depart
Down
Cameron
just a bit.
040,
Aileron deflection, not too much. You'll cause the spoilers there to go crazy, but maybe about 10 degrees aileron deflection.
Okay,
deflection
depart Cameron 040, altimeter 2960.
To help counter the cross. But other than that, man, everything else is pretty straightforward. Why am I taxiing so slow? Let's go. We don't got all night. Yeah, that was I couldn't imagine trying to drive those trucks, man. But I'm sure, Spur, now that you've got the Logitech wheel, it makes it a lot easier.
Departure, American 190 is with you at climbing 5,000, heading 100.
American 190, New York departure radar contact. Turn right heading 250. When able, direct Dixie, climb and maintain 1000.
What was that heading? One more time, American 190.
American 190 is right turn heading 250. When able, direct Dixie.
One is right heading 250. When able.
All right, looking good. TARA.
American 190.
American 190, climb
the
and
cabin
maintain
crew ready.
1000.
Climb maintain 1000, American 190.
For you, man, especially on the blind side parking. I could only imagine, man. Could only imagine. Let's get the cabin lighting, takeoff and landing. That looks good. That. And Southwest 3553 ready, runway 6 at Islip.
Southwest 3553, runway 6, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 6 clear for takeoff. You've got a heading for us on departure.
3553, you can fly on my heading.
Runway heading 3553. Didn't give us that, man. You gotta give us something. Yo, let's roll, man. Sterile cockpit. Wish us luck.
American 442, descend and maintain 9,000.
Is that everything? I think so.
9,000, 442.
We're clear on the approach. I don't know why my frames are so low right now. Hopefully it clears up once we get airborne.
What did you say that altimeter was? 2960?
American 442 to Kennedy, altimeter is 2960.
I don't know if you guys are seeing it on your side, but it's definitely crazy here. Let's start the en route timer.
American 190, climb and maintain 11,000.
And again, cognizant of that crosswind there.
Maintaining 11,000 back 190.
All right. That's stable. Takeoff thrust is set.
American 190, contact me at center 125.32. 125.32, American 190.
80 knots.
80 knots and cross check. We'll take out some of that deflection as we gain speed here. There we go.
V1, rotate. Positive rate.
Positive rate gears coming up. Runway heading select.
400.
Woo. We're airborne. Gave us 5,000 initially. 1,000's checked.
Center 100. Feeling 1,400 over 10. Temperature 2.0. Altimeter 2962. ILS runway 4 approach in use. Departing runway 4. Bird activity in vicinity of LaGuardia Airport. Operate transponder on most Charlie Youngall taxiways and runways. Advise on initial...
That was weird.
56, center maintain 3,000.
American 442, descend and maintain.
That was a radio conflict. Sorry about that, guys. I know that was really loud as well. It's clean.
2,000, 442.
And New York Southwest 3553 are with you. 3.6 runway heading.
Southwest 3553, New York departure radar contact, clear direct beats, climb and maintain 11,000.
Direct beads 11,000, Southwest 3553. Let's get to the autopilot here. Direct beads. Let's go 11,000.
Southwest 3553, contact Boston Center 134.7. See you later.
34-7, thanks for your help. Southwest 3553.
American 442, turn left heading 310.
310, 442. 36.
That was crazy. Austin Center, good evening. Southwest 3553, 6.2 for 11, direct beats.
Southwest 3553 Boston Center, hello, climb maintain level 280.
280, Southwest 3553.
Air Canada 619, contact Montreal Center 128.77, good night.
Boston Center, number 32, Charlie 4000,
Air 3230 Charlie Boston Center, the Manchester altimeter 2901, expect RNAV GPS runway 32.
All right, damn, that was crazy. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know.
Direct LE and we'll expect RNAV 32.
I don't know why that got so. First of all, why the frequencies changed and why it's so loud. Apologies for that. Let me catch up to the chat here.
360, 2000,
Dave says Xavara for sure looks fantastic, but so buggy and a resource hog. I don't think it's. I mean, I think if you know how to use it and turn certain things on and off, you're fine. I mean, you know, Chief and Shaq and Geo and HD. They all make it seem like it's pretty good. I think if you've got the right settings, man, you're good to go. My issue is I'm running 4K, and I've got 38 frames already with no X Enviro, so it's just not conducive to my setup. So that's why I can't run it. Anyway, we're on the roll here, man. Again, apologies for that crazy departure with the radio frequencies there, but nevertheless, we're on our way to Islip. The crosswind was there. We adjusted for it, and we seem to have been okay on the departure there, so we're good to go. Like I said, interesting departure. It takes you out of New York up to Boston and then back to New York. It's just kind of the way it is from a traffic conflict standpoint to avoid all of that. Let's see what else. Oliver Smith says, fire takeoff. Appreciate you, Oliver. Sebastian Rodin. I love this. So cool. Sebastian, welcome. Again, guys, what is it? Streamlabs is not really working as it should as it relates to YouTube alerts, especially things like subscriber alerts. So apologies if you're new to the channel and I haven't kind of acknowledged you. If you are new, don't be shy, man. Jump into the chat, introduce yourself. Again, we welcome you. Welcome each and every one of you. This is a friendly environment. Definitely don't be shy or bashful about it. So anyone here that is new, welcome to the family. Welcome to the chat. Drewston says my job is just to the left. Oh yeah, Drewston, where do you work? Over there. Freaking gorgeous. Thank you, Charlie. Need to get the chief on the podcast soon. Oh yeah, trust me, it's all in the works, man. We've been talking about getting a lot of different folks on the podcast. We've got a queue, bro. It's coming. It's coming. We've got a queue, Dave. Definitely check out the podcast, guys. We've got plans for fellow content creators, aviation enthusiasts, real-world pilots, scenery developers. It's coming for sure. 22 watching, only 17 likes. I appreciate you, Dave. Appreciate you, Dave.
United 421 descend by the Roblox 3 arrival, runway 4 right, Boston altimeter.
So guys, that's our departure. Let me just double check, make sure we've got everything A-okay in terms of what we needed to do here. Wing light can come off. All of the lights look good there. We can chime the cabin. We're through 10,000.
Cross Calverton at maintain 12,250.
Standard set. And we're good to go here.
Number 3, Sierra Charlie, proceed direct to Jegdo. Direct Jegdo, 3 Sierra Charlie.
Appreciate you guys. Welcome to the stream. Those of you just tuning in. Interesting weather out of Baltimore. I'm sorry, out of Islip on our way to Baltimore. Making the best of it, nevertheless.
Southwest 1203 departure, fire runway heading wind.
Again, it's a
360 at 12.
relatively quick
runway
flight.
1 RVR variable
Relatively quick flight.
4,500 and 6,000.
Oh yeah,
Runway
Chief's on the
19
list. Stalking
correction,
those.
cleared for takeoff.
Oh, Drewstone, you work in Bohemia, about a mile south of Islip. Yep, I know exactly what that is, man. I told you that. All of that is my old stomping ground, bro. Lived in Ronkonkoma, went to Stony Brook University. I know all of that. I worked in Lake Grove, right over there by
American 1970 contact Boston.
gosh, I'm forgetting everything now. But not too far from Stony Brook. Well familiar, my friend.
And Delta 651 clearance available. Advisory to copy. Delta 651 cleared to LaGuardia Airport. Haskell 3 departure. Cambridge transition. Then
A queue. It's a podcast, not a bank. It's a bro. It's a queue. Trust me, Dave. It's a queue. That's how these things work, man. You gotta have a queue going in order to keep it successful and whatnot. Dave says my ex was from Westchester. Okay, yeah, Westchester is just north of New York City and Long Island. In fact, when we flew out of,
Sorry, who was that checking in?
what was it the other day?
American 2364 Boston Center, low climb maintain level 330.
We flew out of Westchester Airport, actually. We've done that. Right off Johnson Avenue. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The disciple says, Mike, what's your opinion on the old versus new Southwest livery? I love the new livery. To be honest, I was never a Southwest fan. Again, like talking about growing up in New York, right? ATC is what?
Jazz 857, okay, cross lobby at main.
Like I grew up with JetBlue and some of these other folks, right? Never really, Southwest was primarily Southwest, right? So never was really a fan of them until I started seeing the new liveries. And like when they came out with the Heart 1 and the Heart 2, I definitely prefer the newer livery to the older. A well-needed refresh. We'll be on with Boston for a little bit longer, and then we'll go back to New York. Again, interesting routing. Routing, I should say.
Southwest 9852, contact New York approach 128.12.
Hope you guys had a great Monday, great start to the week. Got a lot of things done today, so it's been successful so far. Appreciate you guys coming out, spending time. 17 likes on the evening. Thank you for that. Again, short flight, so we're already going to start thinking about what our approach into Baltimore looks like, grabbing the latest weather and all that good stuff. In fact, we can at least put in like a descent forecast. We're leveled at 280 already. Seatbelt sounds coming off.
Over now, Charlie Mike after Proby. Continue to send by the robot pre-arrival.
No such thing as a great Monday. Dave, it's what you make it though, man. It's how you approach it and your perspective. It's all about how you approach it. I've learned that for sure, man. I've always dreaded Mondays, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't still dread Mondays. But you know, when you approach it with a different level of determination, man, it makes all the difference. So.
Southwest 1203, climb maintain level 210.
But I hear you, man. I hear what you're saying. What was I doing? Yo, descent forecast. Let's go here. Let's go to forecast. Let's go with 200 150. Actually, nah, bro. I need 28 15. Let's do 200 28 and 100. Like that better?
689 Boston Center.
280, we're looking at 210 at 34. 200, 313 at 9.
So 409, contact Montreal Center 128.77. Good night.
100012 at 25.
Air Canada 6 loading, contact Montreal Center 128.77. Good night. Montreal 28.
That looks good. That'll be a flaps 30 landing over there. 111.70 and 335.
Over 3 Sierra Charlie, wind at...
Get the radio panel tuned in here.
3 Sierra Charlie, wind at Nashua 02010, gust 18, runway 32, code 1.
And 335. Or game says, shoo,
2437 to send by the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 4 right, Boston.
Awesome. Oh shoot, that METAR thing works? Dave, I didn't even know that thing worked. I was messing around with Nightbot a couple weeks ago. and was just trying it out. It looked so complicated. I just kind of threw it in there and hoped for the best. It looks like it worked. That's awesome. Good to know. So that's our METAR for Baltimore.
Driver 4 Alpha Delta, runway 33, cleared 1.
Oh, what is this music? Is this my playlist? Yeah, this is my playlist. Where did these songs come from? Yeah, the METAR thing. I didn't even know. I was like Googling, trying to figure out how it worked. And there's kind of like this. Listen, man, I'm a product manager, so I leave all that kind of stuff to my developers. And I was fumbling around with it, just trying to get it to work with no kind of experience. And I threw it in there, man. Johnny, I'll ping you offline and give you the link and show you how it's done. Bro, I had no idea it was up and running.
Actually, Mike, it's Frosty, Foxtrot, Oscar, Sierra, Tango, Yankee on the wounds to arrival.
Try another one. I'm curious now. In fact, I'll put it in, so for the rest of you content creators out there, I will throw it in Discord.
Southwest 3553, contact Washington Center 133.72, good night.
3372, good night. Southwest 3553.
American 302, Boston Center, center maintain level 230.
Center, American 190 is with you at 16000.
There's no ATIS up for Baltimore.
American 190 Washington, Roger.
Baltimore is always forgotten about, man. Everyone loves the Reagan and the Dulles.
American 190, Roger.
Baltimore, good night. Southwest 3553, we're with you at flight level 280.
Southwest 3553, Washington, Roger. And Canada 911, I'm gonna let you go early where trip is terminated for frequency check approved. Alright, over to the contact. Southwest 413, descend and maintain 4000, plane 40 eyes, runway.
Oh, that's dope. It does work. That's cool. Charlie says, gang, I hate to do it, but I gotta hit the sack. Catch the replay of the landing in the morning. You have a great evening. Charlie, no worries at all, my friend. You take care. Appreciate you spending the time that you did spend today or tonight, and we will catch you on the next stream, my friend. You have a great evening and a great day tomorrow. Haha, Stalker Gaming got the ATS bug. Oh, he's got the ATS bug for sure. He's had it for a while. I remember him talking to me about it for a little bit now. And then you all started getting more into it, man, and it's coming to me. I feel it. I keep saying I'm gonna pick it up and try it out. I'll connect the controller and give it a whirl. At some point I gotta just stop talking about it and just do it, so we'll see.
American 2089 Washington, Roger, climb maintain fellow 350.
Yeah, Stalker traveling. Stalker is traveling. You guys want an approach briefing early? I think we can do that.
American 190, good news for you. Clear direct to Dulles Airport, or if you can't.
Oh, I didn't remember. I don't remember adding any of these songs. All of these songs sound foreign to me. That's interesting. Let's go to the charts.
Yeah, clear direct to Dulles Airport. If you can't, then clear direct to Armel Alpha Mike Lima.
It's not. I always do that. Here was what I wanted to do. So, guys, we are already we've just entered DC's airspace here, continuing our
Washington Center, good evening, 912 November Bravo.
journey into Baltimore. just north of the major VOR sea isles. We'll continue on and join the arrival, MIDI to arrival into Baltimore. Obviously, we've got speed and altitude restrictions, 250 at billet, 10,000 at truth, above 7,000 at MIDI, below 5,000 at Snuggie. Again, there's no Asus up. I have no idea what runway they're going to give us, but based on the winds and the weather, I would probably expect 33 left. Actually, I'll go a step further and say we're going to request 33 left. If they give us anything else. 33 left as far as that's concerned. Obviously, I've got that programmed into the panels already. We're looking at about 343 feet on the barrow there for an ILS approach. Transition altitude 18,000, nothing too crazy about that. Similar across the rest of the country here. In the event that we have to go missed, we'll climb to 600 feet, then a climbing left turn to 2,600 feet on a heading of 280 outbound the Baltimore VOR to radio 294 dated, a distance of 14.9 to the Baltimore VOR, and hold as directed by ATC, or outside the Baltimore VOR. I don't know it's busy enough for him to give us a hold. He'll probably just give us vectors back around to try the approach again. Again, like we talked about, I've got enough fuel to go to Pittsburgh. Should we not be able to make it in here to Baltimore, but we will try the approach at least twice.
925, United 2148. Have a good night. Appreciate you.
And that's pretty much it as far as that goes, man. Into Baltimore, we will, I think Southwest Parks, right about here, the Alpha Gates, I think. Oh, that's really just right off the runway. We'll get the APU started and all that in the air on about final. Gonna save some time from that standpoint, but that's the briefing, guys. That's the briefing into Baltimore. We should be starting down here soon. Jewstone 25 32. Did he tell me to go to New York, Jewstone?
Southwest 6500, where are you?
Did I miss a call, Jewstone? Oh, sweet, Dave McKee. I just drove from Boise to Yakima. Nice.
Southwest 6500, ident. That's course 4265, correct? Yep, ident. Southwest 6500, radar.
343 on the radio or the barrow.
Copy that. Coming up on top of this sector, about 20 miles. If you can, actually, descend and maintain file about 310 expedite to 3.
Oh, and we're not playing the VATSIM games today, guys. The weather is not conducive for those conditions, so I'm not playing the rushing game or the clearing me from 120 miles out to the airport. None of that today. So ATC is going to have to work for it. Again, just being cognizant of the conditions down there at the airfield. We don't want to rush anything. If he's going to give us vectors for whatever reason, we'll ensure that it's squared. We'll square the approach. We'll ask for that at least. No nonsense.
Southwest 413, clear direct to school or fly heading 020, join a localizer.
And top of descent about 57 nautical miles there. Let's pick up the speed a little bit.
Delta 152, descend and maintain 4,000.
Thinking ahead here in terms of the week.
Yeah, just be a little bit hurried to get down to Raleigh.
Not sure yet from a streaming standpoint. Definitely join the Discord if you haven't already to get our up-to-date schedules and whatnot. Definitely won't be back tomorrow. We'll see about a Wednesday. If not Wednesday, we'll definitely see a Thursday. And we'll be back this week. I know we weren't here last week, but this week for a Friday Night Ops. In fact, from a Friday Night Ops standpoint, it's interesting, man. I was reading kind of the CJ4 is better. The CJ4 is awesome. Captain Gia says no Russian roulette game tonight. Y'all know shenanigans. No shenanigans, bro. I'm not having it, Gio. I'm not having it. Those Pilot Edge streams are looking enticing, man. I have been on Pilot Edge in a couple of years, but you guys are It looks enticing. FNO. So there's like 7 airports featured this Friday. Part of the messaging was like, hey man, these FNOs are getting, you know, crazy. The popularity has just been insane. I remember flying FNOs and it's always kind of been busy, but not to the degree that it is now, which is a good thing. I think it's a great thing for the community overall, but folks tend to focus on like 1 or 2 airports when there are other airports to fly. So to kind of help mitigate the traffic, what VATSIM is doing this Friday, the Boston ARTC, they will be staffing like 5 or 6 different airports for the event. It's the Northeast Corridor, so you'll have Dulles, you'll have DCA, you'll have Boston, you'll have Westchester, LaGuardia, JFK, Bradley. So lots of different airports, lots of different choices to kind of help spread out the traffic flow. And I think that's awesome because it was really starting to become a problem. So we'll see this Friday. I wish Pilot Edge would have an FNO. That would be dope, Gio. They don't do events at all?
School at, was that 4,000 cleared ILS 5.
That's interesting. It would be cool if they did events.
Southwest 413, 10 mile from
And it would be ran really well, I would bet.
170 or better.
Yeah, that's the plan for Friday. I don't know which one of the 8 airports will depart and land, but at least we have options, so that's good. Because these last couple of FNOs have been wild.
Clear Iris 5 left, 170 or better, still Weebus.
So again, we'll be back either Thursday and Friday or Wednesday and Friday. Not sure yet.
Delta 1446 departing coins heading 030 after coins is gonna maintain 4,000. It's gonna be the ILS runway 1 right.
Can you repeat that for 1446, please?
Delta 1446 departing coins heading 030. Question 330 after coins is gonna maintain 3,000 ILS 1 right.
330 at coins down to 3,000 for 1446.
Gio says they do. Okay.
Blue 4
Interesting.
22 New York 12532. Good night.
Mind don't make sure your rudder is set to 0 below the engine start switch. You have an issue, Spur?
JetBlue 170 New York 125.32.
Well, in FS 2020 a little earlier today, still kind of aggravated at how the planes handle now. I've tweaked and adjusted, tweaked more, and they still don't feel right. No, you're right, Spur. You're right, bro. It's they're very twitchy. They're very twitchy. I've tried multiple different settings to make things a little bit easier, but it's still not there, bud. So it's not just you.
Expect the IS runway 1 right unless you have a different.
And especially that TBM. With the mods, it's a little bit easier. But like the TBM, man, that thing just continues to be an interesting thing to fly when you're trying to do a rollout.
Dorn Cavalier descent via the
First says, yeah, it's out. I did my last approach with full flaps, came in at 143 knots, but if the plane managed speed and have full flaps and finals, she is awful. She has the awful roll.
Good evening, it's up to 2137, level 400.
Let's make sure you're using modern control, not legacy. Yeah. The 320 has a horrible roll on me on the left and right when I pull the power back for touchdown. Yeah, that roll is apparent. The mod kind of got rid of it a little bit, Spur. It's still kind of there, but the mod kind of helped to rectify that. Make sure you're flying the mod. But yeah, that roll, man, when you pull that throttle back, still there. And I get it. That's why a lot of people just stay away from FS 2020 altogether because of those issues, and I completely understand. So hopefully the new aircrafts, the add-ons, the CRJ is close. PMDG to follow. Aerosoft announced the entire Airbus series will be coming to FS 2020.
Southwest 3553, descent via the MIDI 3 arrival at clear for the runway 3311 approach the Baltimore altimeter showing 29er, question 2968.
That it, bro? Southwest 3553, we're clear via the MIDI 2 into Baltimore. ILS 33 left approach and copy the altimeter, Southwest 3553.
Yeah, clear for the runway 33 left. I'm kind of a little bit overwhelmed and busy for this much traffic.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, if you clear us from the approach here, that's fine. If we have any issues, we'll call.
Yeah, at Jan, clear for the S runway 33 left.
And at Jan, clear for the LS 33 left. So, as figured. So listen, I'd rather him tell us that up front, and not me not sitting here waiting for him to give us vectors and give us instructions and cause us to screw up the entire approach. So he's essentially just cleared us all the way down. We'll check with him on final to clear us to land, but other than that, we should be all right. So I'd rather that. At least he came right up front and said, hey, I'm busy, I'm overwhelmed with the traffic volumes, and we'll manage it from here. So that's all good. Let's start down here. Let's get the speed back. Greenlight Auto Brokers, good to see you, my man. What's good, brother? We are well, man. Welcome, Greenlight. Welcome. Good to see you. Gonna be in the background, says Spur. Awesome. That ATC was on the ball, admitting real busy. I love it, Dave. That's what I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Rather than us sitting here waiting for him to give us top of descent or, you know, vectors into the airport. So that's cool.
That's a 1446 John runway, one right localizer. One right localizer for Delta.
Take it, man. Truth 10,250.
Turn right.
So that's a good rate of descent down.
One right again.
We'll get the seatbelt signs on in a bit. So I've got everything in. Radio frequencies for 33 left. The course headings for 33 left. We've got our decision height for 33 left. We've already briefed our approach. Understand what we're going to do if we go missed. Understand our alternate in case we can't land. Fuel still looks good for the alternate. We've got our approach reference speeds.
American 190, descend and maintain 1010.
And we're good to go into Baltimore, guys. Let's do this. Altimeter 2968.
Maintain 10,000. Expect dial.
You should transfer that ATC to the Orlando. Dave, you remember that, huh? That was a while back. That was an interesting F&O, man. You remember that? That's funny. That guy had everyone going missed that night, bro. Everyone going missed.
Washington departure, American 318, 4,300, climbing 5,000.
Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. So I know it's a short one. I like to keep it short during the week at least. We'll be back on, like I said, possibly Thursday and Friday. If not Wednesday and Friday. Don't know quite yet, but join the Discord. We'll keep you posted.
Sorry about that. American 318, climate means radar contact, climate means.
Appreciate the likes as well, guys. 19 likes on the evening.
Okay, 900,000 for now, American 318.
American 14, now it's a 1446. I have no idea what you're doing. What if you can heading toward one right, that will be great. If not, then I'll give you a fix for you to go to.
I'm just following my heading for 032.
That's a 1446. Roger. You can go direct to Mosty if you can, please.
We look good, guys. Did you get a new playlist? This stuff is kind of weird. Yo, David, I don't know what's going on, man. I didn't add any of this music. It says it's my playlist. I don't know what's up. Let me.
And 170 knot until waxing.
I was like, we're about to go mug somebody. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's going on with the playlist. Break Hill.
American 318, thanks for the help. Climb and maintain, follow up 340.
Up to flight level 340, American 318, thanks a lot.
American
like I'm on an episode of Twilight Zone. It does, man.
Right, direct Reckon, climb and maintain, follow up
I'll get that straightened out.
The scent of skin is strong enough. Even when it don't feel right.
There we go.
Plus 413 Bravo to your gate. Have a great day.
I still wanna party with her.
This will probably be the last song as we focus on this approach into here. Let's get the seatbelt sounds on. Mahan's back. Welcome back, bro. Mahan, when the Lakers play? Oh, there we go. I knew you were gonna say it. Just saw the goal ice the game with 9 points in a row. Yo, that was a good Boston win the other night.
That's for Giant 86.
Who are they playing tonight?
674, turn 30 left. Whenever you can, go direct.
LaGoat James.
We have spot for kilo.
30 left, right, can you got it?
Pretty sure I gave you that a while back. American 190, say intention.
Start bringing the speed back.
Right, approach. American 190.
Yeah, are you still direct or Mel? Because I don't see you or not.
Say again, for American 190.
Yep. Routed the Hawks 107.98. Nice. That's a must win. You gotta win that. Gotta win that. Are we still on the road, bro? That's a long road trip. Or are they back at Staples?
Stand by, American 190.
American 190.
American 303.
Turn 30 to the right. Descend and maintain 6,000. Vector full final.
Alright, that speed looks good. I like that for now.
Say again for American 190. I didn't hear the first part.
Turn
I saw the Nets lost to the Wizards last night, man. That was crazy.
And maintain 6,000. Vector full final.
Right heading.
Russ West did his thing. Who you guys got in the Super Bowl, man? Super Bowl is Sunday. Who you guys got?
Vector for final. American 190.
The departure coming out. BCA walking 2141. What is the call sign?
Back in LA next game. Yeah, that's a long road trip. They've been gone like 2.5 weeks. That's crazy.
DC Center, American 303. Which you passing?
Alright, we're through transition.
You know the city's only going up to 5, right?
VATSIM, bro.
Yeah, I was trying to call you.
American 3.
Yeah, if you can't get them though, that don't mean you bust the altitude restriction. 2962. Let's get terrain on here. And we'll go auto brake too. It's a pretty long runway.
Yes, sir, Unit 1104. Going through 4,200 for 5,000.
United 1104. Climb and maintain following 350. 250 or less in the climb, please.
250 or less on the climb and up to 350. 1104.
Down to 150.
Let's see. That's overrated. I don't know, Mahan. You got to remember when the Big Three formed in Miami as well, it was a tough start for them. I think once they get their mojo going, they're going to be tough to beat. No defense equals no titles. Yeah, I think they'll get that straightened out, though. I'm not counting them out. Greg says the Chiefs. Yeah, I got the Chiefs too, but I want the as a Tom Brady fan, man, I want Tampa to win. But I think it's going to be a tough game. Walker says, yeah, it's been tough. Yeah. Of the Mad since the Aguirre days. Oh, there's a name I haven't heard in a while. Stalker says they busted that restriction wide open. I know, man. He's like, well, we were trying to call you. That don't mean you bust the restriction. It's all good, man. We all learn. Alright, guys, let me get the music off here. We are approaching. We'll do something about that playlist for the next stream. I don't know what I got jacked. I got hijacked. That was not our music. Alright, descent time. Up the route for the Texas boy Mahomes. Yeah. As my man Mark Jackson says, that's a bad man. Bad man. Smith too, but that's it. He's a problem, bro, for sure.
Brickyard 56, 56, 58.
Uh-oh. How did that happen? We're high.
JetBlue 2470, turn 20 left. I will have it trail for you momentarily. JetBlue 2470, turn 20 left.
Yo, that came up on us quick. See if we can't get down here.
Oh, sorry, Gia.
JetBlue 2470, turn 20 left. I will have it trail for you momentarily.
20 left. Sorry about that,
Come on,
Gia.
go and do your thing.
welcome to the Islip Enable Kilo to your gate. Have a great day.
So you going for Mahomes too, Stalker?
American 190, what are
I mean, if we're being honest, man, no one wants to see Tom Brady win yet another Super Bowl. So I get it, but I'm rooting for the guy.
240 American 190, make this stuff.
American 1440, I might have totally missed you. Climb and maintain follow 350.
So again, our man is busy here. We will call on a long final to ensure we're clear to land, and then the rest is on us. Speed break time. I know, Dave. I don't know how that caught up to. I thought I was monitoring that properly, but it caught up on me quick. So I think we're back on profile here. We should be all right. Yeah, we're all right. We can stow those for now.
Repeat that for the 476.
Departing coins heading 330 after coins descent and maintain 3000, and you can join runway 1 right localizer.
Still the 2177, which target is to contact Jacksonville.
Delta 2177, contact Jacksonville 135-925.
Again, we got overcast at 2700. 2966320 at 6, so not terrible. Not terrible.
American 333.
Should be alright. That's 10,000. Get the landing lights on, wing lights. Engine mode selectors to continuous there. Recall looks good. And we're in that overcast now. We'll have to ensure, talk about engine anti-ice and all that good stuff as well.
Runway 1 right, clear to land.
172 American Deluxe, clear to land. Runway 1 right, Delta 1061.
United 11
Clear direct Kennedy, United 1104.
Direct Kennedy, JetBlue 2470.
13 New York 125.32. Have a great day.
New York on 2532, we'll see you later. American 330.
Delta 129.
I need to bring that speed back some more here. Again, nice and slow here on this approach.
Delta 1129 Washington, Roger. Clear direct 2.7.
And then 210 at Jans, according to the charts.
American 190, descend and maintain 4,000, vector full final.
Descend and maintain 4,000, vector final, vector 190.
Oh, we're in the soup here. Let's get engine anti-ice on. -1 on the TAT, and obviously visible moisture.
Unless you really want to do the mount grid visual in IMC conditions.
I like this air traffic controller, man. He's funny.
Southwest 3553 to 1 at Baltimore, reporting 310 and 6, runway 33 left, clear to land, thanks for your help.
33 left, clear to land, thanks for your help. Southwest 3553.
United 23, contact New York on 125.32, have a great day.
125.32 for United 23, we'll see you.
Giant 8674, what is your Mach number?
Currently 0.745, 986.
Get the speed way back.
Maintain Mach 0.75 or greater for in-trail.
175 or greater, 986.
And you can contact New York on 125.32 as well. Have a great day.
2532, thanks.
I'm probably going to get disconnected from ATC. My frames are going to hell.
Heading 190.
Fly heading 190, American 190.
American 318, Cleveland close, frequency change approved.
1,000 to go.
Okay, we'll be jumping over to Unicom. We'll see you next time for American 318.
American 303, Cleveland close, frequency change approved.
Going to Unicom.
Yep, there goes ATC. Damn it. Oh man, here we go. 210. I don't even know about 210. I'm getting frame hits here as well. So let me do this. Let me go stereo cockpit. Let's focus on this arrival. Let's see what we can salvage from this, and let's do our thing here. It's not looking pretty right now. I'm going all the way to flaps 5 here for me.
1440, clear direct to Kennedy if you haven't already done that.
We're already done.
Let's go look.
That's
the look.
No, it's one different aircraft. American 1440. JetBlue 2470, it's been a pleasure. New York on 125.32. Have a great day.
5532, sorry about that, dealing with something. Thanks. I'll message.
That's a 1061, welcome to Toliss, left when able, and kilo.
There's our runway.
Have a great day.
My throttle's here.
2500.
Name and kilo to the gate, 50 to yourself, 1061.
1,000 to go.
American 190, left,
My
right
aircraft.
heading 330, join
I ain't
right,
liking
one
this.
right localizer.
Right bearing heading 330, join runway 1 right, localizer, American 190.
American 190, descend and maintain 3000.
Descend and maintain 3000, American 190.
1,000 to go.
About a 10-mile final. I think we're okay now. I screwed that approach up. That was all my fault. But we've got the aircraft. I've got runway lights. We should be okay.
Question United 2469, descent via the course for arrival the Philadelphia Altimeter Chiller.
That approach comes up on you quick. It sure does. It look good?
American 190, you're going to go through the localizer, just right turn heading 030 and rejoining on the other side.
Let's get the APU on.
American 190, complete the right turn.
Engine anti-ice, that's good.
1,000 to go. To go.
Flaps down to 15 gears down.
30, Clipper at 12000.
First gain, 830 Washington, roger. Expect the IS from we want to approach the Washington altimeter 2970.
ILS 1 and 2970, that's Canadian.
Yeah, SkyMazz is killing my frames right now. Alright, speed looks good. Let's get final configuration early here. Let's spin this back.
Down to 476, ready speed to 170 knots.
Reduce speed 1.
Yeah, I'm getting kicked from VATSIM, so we'll keep it off for now. We'll just land. It's all right. He's busy anyway, so it's not like we need it. All right, gear down, 3 greens, flaps 30, green light, auto brake of level 2, lights as required. We're clear to land 3-3 left here. Getting a little bit slow, but we're also high, so correcting. 3 whites, 1 red. Get her down. $1,000 check.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
And like we said, if we need to go around 2,600, like we briefed. And we're way high now, so let's do that. All right, 2 whites, 2 reds, 500's checked. There's a touchdown zone.
Approaching minimums.
We're gonna continue here.
300. Minimums.
Landing.
200.
Flight slow.
Yep.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Damn it. Oh, they're well past that. Alright, that's spoilers. Reverse. That's 70 coming out of it. 80 knots checked. Woo! Wasn't the landing we were looking for, but we'll take it nevertheless. Manual braking. Let's get off this runway here.
Delta 476, sorry about the mid-air there. I don't know what happened. The previous controller, well, the previous pilot is a little bit...
You know what? We gotta do a replay and all that anyway.
Runway 1 right clip.
We just get off VATSIM. I just wanted to tell him thanks, man. He was a good controller, but we gotta do a replay and all that stuff. Man, we are down. I worked for that one. That was all my fault, though. I worked unnecessarily for that one. We screwed up that approach from the top. Great recovery, though. We made it nevertheless. And let's clean up here. Xplane can cut out the frames in half. Just left out of Boston. Catch up to the chat here. XE made it so much fun with the snowstorm. I know, man. I know. I want Xplane so bad, but look at my frames with SkyMazz, guys. I couldn't even hold on to VATSIM. Xplane will trash my computer, man, in this 4K. So that's cool, though. Enjoy that, Shaq. Enjoy it. I know it's spicy weather up there, too. Chief says, man, like a boss. Appreciate you. I run 4K. High 20s is not an option. Yeah, man, it's Xplane would kill me. Captain Geo says, nice. I think you went to Chief Sim Pilot Land School, right? Nah, not with that approach though, man. That we'll check the replay. That wasn't, I mean, the rating was good, right? The technique and all that stuff, we could have done a lot better, but we'll take it, man. We'll take it. Nice landing, says Greg. Appreciate you. Let's get this thing parked. We'll check out the replay. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. Definitely made it interesting, man. We did. I feel like we're far. Oh no, we're good. X marks the spot. Parking brake set. Look good. We're on APU. Actually, before we kill all of that stuff, let's go check the replay here. Let's go to views, flight, toggle replay mode. Let's go check that out again. I worked for that one, man, but we screwed up that approach.
2,500.
That top down. That's too loud. That's too loud. What else? Someone please call the tow truck to clean up all that butter. I appreciate you, Stalker. Take care, everyone. Greg, we'll see you, man. Take care. Micslmn, can you send a link to your mic when you're able to? Mahan, sure will. Oh, that's a good call out. I think I missed that in the little video I did yesterday. I didn't link the mic, so I will go back and do that as well as send that to you, Mahan. Sure thing. A miss on my part. Appreciate you guys, man. 20 likes on the evening. Appreciate you guys coming in, checking out the route today. Interesting getting out of Islip, very gusty. Interesting coming in here as well. The weather wasn't terrible here. You know, it's not great flying weather either, but we could have done a little bit of a better job managing that approach, but we'll take that landing nevertheless. We'll see you, Chief. Yeah, no mic link. Haha, yeah, no, I screwed that up. I got you, Mahan. I got you. We'll see you, Chief. Looking forward to the multi-stream tomorrow, my man. Your Twitch and Facebook debut, we'll be there to check it out for sure. We'll be working, but we'll be in the background as usual, my friend. Rock City says, blessing, bro. Great stream. Thank you, thank you. Shaq's jetting out. I'll have another grease mode activated in the books till next time. We'll see you, Shaq. Shaq, you coming Tuesday. You're coming on tomorrow, right, Shaq? We'll probably try to fly with you tomorrow, Shaq. What's your routing? Let us know, man. We'll check you out. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I missed all the paint there. All the paint. We had enough runway to work with. Caught the center. I like it. Y'all making me want to fly on my off days. It's the bug, Chief. It's the bug, man. It is the bug. It's like this hobby is awesome, man, and everyone enjoys it. So one more time for the landing. We'll run it from here. In the interim, you guys take care. Disciple, thanks for tuning in, man. Stay safe and warm out there in that weather in New York. You found it, Mahan? Awesome, man. We'll see you. I'm gonna link it in the description anyway. You guys have been awesome. I want to thank you for coming out again tonight. You guys enjoy, man. I think Shaq will be on tomorrow. He usually is on Tuesday. Check out Chief as well. The multi-stream test debut, I should say. We'll check that out tomorrow. And a whole host of other content creators here as well, man. You guys are awesome. Love y'all, man. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll come back either Wednesday or Thursday. Join the Discord. We'll let you know for sure. And definitely back for some Friday night ops action. So without further ado, man, you guys take care of yourselves. Micslmn is out. We'll see you.